equally, when it comes to writing policy, it takes years. You've got to research it, you've got to cost it, you need a kind of think tank to set up to make sure that when you go and present your manifesto ahead of the most important election that's going to happen potentially in a century, you are making promises that you can deliver.
It's so interesting to listen to right-wing Mouthpiece on Talk TV and former MEP Alex Phillips, the woman who was also head of media for UKIP, getting enraged because former Reform MP Rupert Lowe is not taking being slandered laying down. But listen as she sort of lets the cat out of the bag when she says this.
And we're not at that stage in the electoral cycle yet. If they had turned up with a full manifesto right now, everyone would be saying, well, you only just really came into existence about 2 seconds ago. What do you know? We can't believe what's written onto that piece of paper. And then you'll be held accountable if things have to change over the course of time. You're doing a U-turn. You lied about this. It's not, you know, this is how politics works, right? I've been in it for a long time. And when people come into politics with great intentions, sometimes they don't get the game. They don't get the system. It is its own industry. It operates in its own way. And the most important thing in politics is, well, two. One is the policy making. Two is the communication. As a politician, you are the person that stands between the mechanisms of state and the general public.
So, in effect, at the moment, Reform have no real policies, but are in fact just a communications factory, able to rubbish and criticise everything in its path. Now watch as Alex almost seems to be getting close to tears as she laments Rupert's insistence to air his grievances against Farage and Reform.
You are that vessel of democracy. So you need to be able to be in listening mode and explaining mode simultaneously. And the problem I have with this is this brilliant talent, Mr. Lowe, it's just not working anymore. I'm just going to read some of these, literally just reading comments underneath the Telegraph podcast. Rupert, this country is in a terrible state. Can you please shut up now? We know you got effed over by them, but we need reform to rid us of Starmer. You cannot do it by starting another party, nor can Ben Habib.
What I find interesting, as I keep an eye on the right-wing commentators on YouTube and other social media, is a lot more of them are supporters of Rupert Lowe than Farage. Alex, I imagine, is probably worrying of Lowe's potential ability to upset the apple cart, the massive scam that Talk TV, GB News, the billionaires and right-wing press barons have all been devising.
And then other people basically saying, you know, this is just really unedifying. Just comment after comment after comment. It's a pity the pair fell out, as they really have the same ideas about what's going on with this country, particularly with immigration. We need as much positivity as possible, not this bickering. I'm starting to wonder if he was just infiltrating Reform and this was his intention all along. Someone else says he really is a smug man. He's not. He's a lovely man. I care for him dearly. But Rupert, mate, I'm not sure this is working out for anybody. You know, let's just put politics and the nation first, because we learnt during the Conservative Party era that when people start blathering on about how much they dislike each other in public, everyone looks like a moron. And I just, you know, I despair.
Click here for a bunch of rotten, dumb and bigoted Reform councillors who haven't got a clue how to run a council.